What do you think, Kuda? Kuda's gonna check it out. She's gonna agree. I'm sure she's gonna agree. What do you think about the seats? Are you still good? They're still good to you? I mean, I'm gonna change them. Because they're ripped. That's why. They're ripped up. Now you can sit them in the shop if you want. This is my 2007 SRT8 Dodge Magnum, and I bought this car in May of last year, 2022. Since then, I've put a lot of work into it. If you haven't been following along, this car was a basket case. I bought it pretty cheap, which is a great pro to this car. But unfortunately, it really wasn't ever taken care of. And if you've been watching along on the channel, you know I have done a whole lot of work to this thing. I have fixed it mechanically, put a full new front suspension on it. I actually have the rear suspension as well. I'm just not there to do that yet. It's actually in okay shape. I have fixed the front bumper. I have fixed the power steering cooler issues. And I've done a whole lot more to it. Some of it I'm not thinking of, some of it I've done off camera. But I'm to the point now where I really want to start finishing up the interior, because the person who owned this before me cooked out of it during the pandemic. I think they put all their utensils and stuff, so it got pretty dirty. We got that part cleaned up. But 186,000 miles has taken its toll on the interior. Now, the door panel's in pretty good shape, not bad. We're still good. Dash is in good shape. Common issue with the things kind of popping out, and I will eventually fix that. But what I'm getting at is these seats are done. They're terrible. The floor's a bit dirty. There's some stains on the headliner that need to be fixed, and it's a little rough. And although the car runs fantastic now and drives excellent, I want the interior to be a whole lot nicer, and it's time I did something about that. So in this video, what you're gonna see is me work on a couple seats that I bought off of Facebook Marketplace, get them all cleaned up, get them ready to install in the Magnum. So yeah, let's get after that. Well, I can't wait to get those seats out of the car to show you how bad they really are. But they're pretty bad. And when I bought the car, that was one of the things that made me go, oof. I'm not sure I want to buy this car, because I know these seats were hard to find. But as I said in another video, I did find another pair of SRT8 seats. I got these guys from a guy that parks them out in Austin. San Marcos. And these are in fantastic shape. I saw them post them online for sale, and I did my best to go pick them up the next evening, which was like a 5-6 hour round trip for me, and during a school night, I guess you could say. But good deal on them. I got them for $400. They need to be cleaned up. They've got a little bit of mildew, and the Alcantara needs to be cleaned up. So that's actually what I'm going to show you guys today. I'm going to experiment. I've never done this before, but I've been kind of doing some research on how to clean this up. And really, it's only the Alcantara that's kind of stained a little bit, which they'd never look great in these cars. Even brand new, it's just not that flattering. But I definitely think the seat back's in great shape, but there's some goop and gunk and stuff on the Alcantara. And if you don't know what Alcantara is, it's a synthetic type of suede. So I've got a couple products that we're going to use on this to see if it cleans up that suede really good. And then I got some other products to clean the rest of the leather pieces and condition them. I'm not going to be able to get these cracks out. That's kind of like a restoration thing that you have to take it to the upholstery shop to do that, because what they do is almost like a Bondo. They fill in the cracks and then they re-dye the leather, and I'm not going for that much of a nice seat, but I do want seats that aren't ripped up and are very presentable. And we're going to see how this works on these seats, and if I think it's going to work well, we're going to repeat the process on the back seats once I get the Magnum in the shop, pull the seats out, and kind of just start really detailing that thing as much as we can. So, man, I'm just really enjoying the Magnum. Anyway, let me show you what I got. I ordered, kind of got online, did some research, and I do like Chemical Guys products. I am not sponsored in any way, shape, or form, but they seem to have nice stuff. And what I found here is a light, soft brush, and it's got these soft bristles on it, so they shouldn't hurt the Alcantara. But a combination with this spray, which is this lightning fast stain extractor, stain extractor, it's supposed to work pretty well. So I'm gonna double do my research on this, on how to apply this and do my cleaning, and then we'll get started, and I'll kind of show you the step-by-step on it. The only other thing that I think I need are some clean rags, because hopefully that stuff pulls stains out of the seats and up to the surface, and then I can wipe it off with some nice clean rags. All right, let me look at it real quick and then get my game plan going, and we'll get started. I'm not able to find the video that I was wanting to find that Chemical Guys put out about this stuff, so we're gonna wing it. And I remember the guy using two different cleaners, and this one was like for more soiled stains and stuff. Anyway, I'm just gonna go for it. The thing is, this kind of does recommend diluting, but we're gonna shoot from the hip and not dilute it, and kind of just go after it, because I mean, these seats are pretty gross. So I'm just gonna spray it down, let it sit for like a minute, and then we're gonna hit it with this tool to really work in the suds and emulsify everything and bring it all up to the surface. I say emulsified because I remember them saying that on their video, and it's a fancy word, so let's go with it. But this brush here just goes on any drill that has a chuck, so I think we're gonna be good to go. I'm not gonna go crazy with this product because it is, you know, they do recommend diluting as desired, and right now my desire is to just go ahead and see, do they have a mist on here? There it goes. And spray the seat down, front and back, and let it sit. And then we're gonna hit it with the brush. All right, it's nice and soaked in. Let's get after it. See how this works out. I may pull it up a little bit and see if I can lean it back some, except I don't have the power hooked up, so we probably can't do that. All right, well, let's just go after it. Wow, it's already cleaning up really, really well. Get some leaves out of there. Spray a little bit more, especially in the corner there. Go a little faster. Guys, that's impressive. That's super, super impressive. I'm gonna wipe it down with this terry towel now, and it should get all that funk and dirt off of there. Yeah. That's awesome. That is really, really cool. That worked way better and faster than I thought it was going to. I thought I was gonna have to be out here for a hot minute doing this stuff. There's that big old soil patch back here. There might still be some work I can do on it if I can move the seat eventually. But wow, I'll be really, really happy to see these things dry tomorrow. I may just do this one tonight, save the other one for tomorrow. It's kind of late. Fantastic. Look at that. I don't know if you guys can see it, but that's a lot of nasty, filthy dirt. A lot of it. All right, I wiped that thing. I went another round, brand new rag. I don't know if y'all can see it on there. Wow, it's even more pronounced on the camera. But yeah, there was a lot of nastiness going on there. And I'm super happy with the results. That stuff works good. I'm gonna damp this down and wipe the leather down just to see if it pulls some of this stuff off, because I think it's safe for both surfaces, but if not, we're gonna find out, right? Wow, I should have taken a before and after pic. Oh well, this is going really, really well. Finally, something isn't fighting me as bad. For about 15-20 minutes of work, that was not bad. I can't wait to see what happens when it dries off tomorrow, so I'll catch up with y'all then. All right, well, here is the finished product, at least on the Alcantara. And I'm not sure you can tell, but you can take my word that they're way cleaner than when we first got them in. The thing is, this color material on these seats is just so bad that it's hard to tell that they're clean. Only really low mileage cars are you going to be able to see a giant difference, but I can tell you there's a huge stain here, and there is a huge stain here, and it all looks great now. All the mold is off of it. I'm about to treat it with some leather cleaner and leather honey, which is this is the leather honey stuff I use, and this conditioner, and this is the cleaner. So little two-part process that I'm about to use just on the leather parts. It looks pretty awesome. Trying to get the grain moved back on these things so you can really see a difference. Like, this looks like a stain, but it's just literally the direction of the fabric. So that's the only downfall with these seats, is just in the 2000s, the Dodge interior seats just aren't great. But I can promise you they're way better than the seats that are in the Magnum now, which, let's go take another peek at these before I pull them out. Right, what do you think? Yeah, we'll go outside in a minute. Oh, so I don't know if you remember, but these things are in terrible condition. Rips here, rips here, rips here, stains everywhere. The fabric is beyond gone as far as leather and stuff like that. What do you think? Kuda's gonna check it out. She's gonna agree. I'm sure she's gonna agree. What do you think about the seats? Are you still good? They're still good to you? I mean, I'm gonna change them. Because they're ripped. That's why. They're ripped up. Now, you can sit them in a shop if you want. She knows that if I change these seats, she's probably not going to be able to ride in here again. So she's a little upset about it. So that's why she's hanging on to these seats. Are you going to be okay? We'll figure something out. Maybe you can ride in the back seat. I know. I know. Anyway, let me work on seeing what it takes to get these seats out, and I'll show you that process. And then we'll really take a look at the seats compared to each other and kind of go from there. But let me go, before I do that, let me set up and show you guys what I'm going to, that leather cleaner and conditioner before we put it all in there, because it says that you might kind of want to let it set up over 24 hours so you can wipe the excess off. But man, what a difference. Just looking at that poor old seat compared to this one. Let's get these the leather portions of this chair cleaned up. Shouldn't be too hard of a deal. We're gonna start with this leather honey cleaner. I've used this on my F-150 and I really like it. A little bit goes a long ways. It's super expensive if I remember right. And then they just want you to apply it with a non-lint free or a lint free towel. So I'm just gonna put some product on here and just wipe it on. Not a huge deal. It's really not rocket science. Like I said, a little goes a long ways. Now, let me put the motor honey or the the leather honey on, which is the same process, just a little bit on it on a new rag. I'm gonna spin the seat around and I'm gonna pull it off of here and do the other seat. This stuff's real thick. See, also don't want to put a whole bunch of it on there. But it conditions really, really well. And that's what we want. All done and beautiful. It's got to sit because that honey leaves a residue, so it soaks into the leather, and then I come back tomorrow and wipe it all off, get the residue off. It looks awesome. Really, really excited how it looks. So now repeat the process on the passenger seat, and then I'll pull them out, because I really want to pull them out, and I need to do the same process on the back seat, and then vacuum a lot out of the interior before we put it all back together. So, but there you go, seats are out. I'm going to grab the vacuum here in a little bit, but what the first thing I'm going to do is I want to show you the difference in these things. These things are plumb wore out, dirty and gross. See all the filth on there. Separations on the back and the bottom. Bolsters are gone, but overall the seats are actually kind of in okay shape, so we may hang on to them and recover them at a later time, as far as the structure and everything that works, and maybe put them in a Dakota RT or another Dakota or something. Not sure what we're going to do with them yet, but just look at these compared to these. Man, these things look good. When I started this project, I really thought it was just going to be some cleaning of seats and throwing them in the Magnum, pulling the old ones out, vacuuming, throwing them back in, cleaning the back seats, kind of doing that. And I think for the most part, if you're doing this yourself, that might be the case. However, I ran into a whole bunch of hiccups. So you can see I have a pile of old used seats here, some seat frames sitting on the ground, and the seat's now ready to go in the car. And I'll have to show you in the next video why this was not such a easy cut swap scenario. This I was just editing this video and realizing I'm already into it for 20 minutes, and I have a whole lot to go over. And boy, has this been a cluster. But it's unique to my own car and the history of it. And just to give a quick synopsis, these are the old seat frames from these newer seats, and that one is bent, and this one has some sketchy wiring, so I had to swap those. And I'm going to show you how I swap those on the next video, but I think we're going to shut this one down here because you're really going to want to stick around for the next video that comes out and find out what kind of disaster I ran into in the back of this car. Just another teaser. There's all the panels for the rear end of the car. Here's all the rear end of the car. I will show you what it's like now, and you won't have any idea of the heck that I went through to get it in this nice, beautiful condition. But let me just tell you this, it was a nightmare. Especially back here. So be on the lookout for the next video. I might try to get out a little early this week so you guys don't have to wait on it for the weekend. I did get all the parts that I need in to start putting the leaf springs on the Dakota, so I'm gonna try to do that this weekend too. But I also have a swap meet going on, so we'll see what happens. Anyway, thanks for coming along and watching this. I cannot wait to get the new seats in and show you guys how the interior is gonna look. It's been a massive amount of work, but once I'm done, it's going to be totally worth it. So, all right, if you're new to the channel and you haven't done so yet, please consider subscribing. If you're already subscribed, you guys are the best. Anyways, let's shut it down. I will see y'all next time. Until next time, you know the deal. Y'all be good.